Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Syntax Adda. My name is Ravi Ranjan, and in this video I'm going to talk about the another issue which arises in singleton pattern, that is serialization and deserialization issue. So before starting with the serialization and deserialization, let's understand what is serialization and deserialization in Java. Okay, so when we talk about the serialization, let's say we have some object, right? And if you want to convert into some stream of bytes, right? Stream of byte, then this process is called serialization, right? So why we are converting this object into the stream of byte? In order to save the state into some file, right? Or transfer the this uh, stream of byte over the network, right? Or why we are converting the object into the stream of byte and transfer them over the network, just for the security purpose. Okay, and then last one is your persisting them into the database. Okay, so these are the main purpose when we use serialization in Java. And if you talk about the deserialization, it's just the opposite of this serialization. So it's the process when we convert the stream of byte back to the object. Okay, so this is all about the serialization. Okay, and this belongs to java.io package. Just remember this. This belongs to java.io package. Okay. Now, when we talk about the singleton pattern, right? We know when we have the class singleton class, then that class will have only one instance, and the same instance will be used throughout the application lifecycle, right? But when any singleton class goes through serialization and deserialization, then in that case we notice whatever the class we provided for, let's say we have the singleton class here, whatever the class we provided for serialization, during the deserialization we are getting different objects. So let's say we provided s1, now we are getting s2. So it is like breaking the singleton pattern design, right? So it is just breaking this design. So how we can overcome this? So first let's see how we are encountering the problem and how we can resolve this. Okay, let's see this in action. So I will go to this workspace, okay, and I will create one class under the package. Let's say serialization, deserialization, uh, serialization. This is the package under which I am going to create a singleton. Okay, singleton class. So we'll write it quickly. So we should have private static, right? And of data type singleton instance, right? Then we should have private constructor, right? Singleton. We are not going to do anything here, right? And then we should have public static, one static method, right? To return the instance of this singleton class. So singleton, right? And we'll say get instance, and then we'll check if instance equal to null, then only we will return instance of the singleton class. Okay, and then we'll return instance. Okay, so this is our singleton class. Now let's say this singleton class um, will go through the serialization and deserialization process. Okay, so any class, if it any class, if it goes through serialization and deserialization, right, then that class should implement serializable interface. Okay, so let's implement serializable. Okay, so now we can serialize and deserialize this singleton class. Okay, now let's create one main method. See, main method in the same package, right? And then we'll have public static void main, right? And first we'll take the original instance, right, from the singleton class. So singleton dot get instance, right? So it will return you the object of singleton class, right? So let's say this is singleton. Okay, so let's say this is singleton original. right? So this is original singleton instance. Now what I want to do, I want to serialize this, and then again I want to deserialize this. So what I will do, object output string out equal to new object output string, and then we will write this stream into file output stream. So let's write new file output stream, and then we'll give some file name, let's say test.txt. You can give any name. Okay, so if you see, it is throwing the exception. So let's add this under the try catch. So it is if there is any issue with this line, then it is going to throw input output exception. So you can see, right, all the exceptions here are from java.io package. Okay, now out dot write. Now we need to write this object, right? Write object. I just copy and paste this. So first we are creating the file output stream test.txt, and then we are writing the object into that file, and then we are closing this connects output stream. Now we have serialized this. Now let's deserialize the same. So object input stream in new object input stream, right? Then new file input stream, right? And then we'll pass the same file name test.txt. Okay, so it will read the byte stream, right, or stream of byte from this file. We'll read this, right? So we'll read the object. So we'll read the object, right? And since we are expecting the same object, right, singleton, let's say this is new, let's say singleton new. Okay, and here we see some problem. So it's a okay, so this is the casting problem. So we'll just convert that into singleton. Okay, so now we are reading the stream of bytes from this test.txt, and then we are converting back them into the object. Okay, so let's close this now. So we have performed serialization and deserialization. Now let's see, just print it out. So we'll print system dot out dot println, right? I will just see what's the original. Okay, instance was, and then we'll see the new instance. Okay, just copy paste. Okay, let's run this. So when we are running this, we are noticing, right, the first time, right, the object of the singleton class is different than what we are getting after the deserialization. So here, this way, this singleton pattern is breaking, right? Even if you want to see the hash code, you can see the hash code also the same way. Hash code, right? Just save it, run this, right? We are seeing different hash code, means different object, right? So this is no longer following your singleton pattern. So how you can avoid this kind of issue, right? How we can come up with some solution, right? So for this, what you can do, we can have one method called read resolve. Okay, so generally what happens, so we need to have one read resolve method in the singleton class itself, which is going to return the instance. Okay, get instance. So this is the static method here, so it is going to return this. So why we are using this read resolve? So this method we use when we have singleton pattern concepts in place, and also serialization and deserializations in place. So what happens when we are giving the original instance of the singleton class, then we are serializing it, right? And then we deserialize it. So once it is deserialized, right? And before giving you the actual object, right, JVM will call read resolve first, okay? And it will always return you the original instance, not the, you know, object after the deserialization. So by having this method, right, in a singleton class itself, we are seeing uh, we will be able to resolve this issue, and this will generally throws output, you know, stream, mostly output stream exception. Oh, sorry, this should be not, oh, this should be object. So this method will always throws object stream exception. Okay, so if there is any issue, so it will throw object stream exception. Okay, now let's see when we will run this. Let's see what's the output. Now you see we are getting the same hash code for both the singleton object, whether whatever we had supplied the original one and whatever we are getting after serialization and deserialization, right? So both are same. So now we are able to achieve this singleton pattern, right? So so this is the way, right, we can always ensure the singleton design pattern in case of serialization and deserialization issue. Okay, so let's rerun this. So it's no matter how many times you run, it will always return you the same, same hash code or same object. Okay, hope this concept is clear to you. If you like my video, please like and share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.